What's going on, YouTube? Constitutional Stacker. Thanks for joining me. We all talk about stacking gold, silver, cash, food, water. Some of us talk about medicine, medical supplies, items like that. We all talk about doing that for longevity, wealth preservation, savings. Well, what about our health? What good is all this going to do if we preserve our wealth but we don't preserve our time on this earth and our quality of time? I think it's super easy to lose track of that and to focus on rice and beans, beans and rice. I'm sure you've heard that before. Eating cheaply, cases of top ramen, whatever it is, to save more money for this stuff, to save more cash, to save more, money. But if we die prematurely, or we don't live a good quality of life, we don't feel well physically and emotionally, are we doing it right? I don't think so. For me, I would rather, and I've lost sight of this many times, excuse me, and I'm working to not do that again. It is a constant reevaluation on my part, but I'm trying to focus on buying things that have to be cooked from home. And I don't mean throwing something in a boiling pot of water for 5 minutes and it's done. I mean cooked, right? Like frozen vegetables. Because I don't go through the fresh stuff fast enough. Frozen vegetables. Pounds of beef. Pounds of chicken. Things of along those lines. Things of that nature. If I have to cook it from scratch and it's better for me, I'm going to live, in theory, things happen, I'm going to live longer, I'm going to live better. My quality of life and what I get out of it's going to be better. And hopefully the longevity too. So I think it's really important to preserve our wealth, to plan ahead for the future the best that we can. But I also think it's important to include as part of that plan our long-term longevity as people. Emotionally, physically, I've been making it a thing where I'm getting back into the gym. I got lazy there for a minute. I didn't feel as well. I'm probably not going to live as long when I do that for a long period of time. It's important to keep those things in mind. It's so easy, to get focused on a savings train, or an investing train, or a wealth preservation train, and put other things aside. The health train. What is building wealth good for if I don't have my health to enjoy it? My longevity. It just doesn't. It's just another piece of the puzzle, another piece of the equation that I just want to remind people of today. It's an overall effect that I think is key to success. And I don't have all the answers. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fitness advisor. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy, that has 632 subscribers. I don't know how many you watch regularly. I don't know if it's the same people that watch regularly, but I'm just a guy sharing what little I've learned. That's what I am. So, take this with a grain of salt. Do with it what you will. Whatever's useful, keep it. Whatever's not, toss it. Get rid of it. Or come back to it at a later time when it makes more sense or you get more value from it. But this is just what I want to share about that. And another thing, while we're on the topic of preservation and longevity is security, right? Make sure you've got a quality and safe place to store your cash, your metals. There's more than one kind of metal, more than two kinds of metal, if you know what I mean. Make sure you have the means to defend your family, your home, yourself, your friends, your loved ones, even a stranger if the need arises and you feel like it's something you need to do. Be active, learn self-defense, learn other forms of security and defense. It all matters. This is not just one piece of this puzzle has more than one piece, guys. It's not, I just stack and nothing else matters. If you do that, I feel that you're going to miss key elements and key parts. And it's, like I said, it's easy to do that, but it's important that we try to not do that. We try to, you might have a period where you're heavier into stacking and those things kind of get put to the wayside, and that's okay. Or vice versa, the other way around, but don't completely push it to the wayside. Don't forget about it. Don't neglect it. It's all an investment. This might be a different investment, a non-traditional investment, but it's an investment in your financial well-being, in your wealth preservation, in your savings. It matters. Taking care of yourself matters. Being as happy as you can be matters. It's all connected. And I don't know about all y'all, but when I'm taking care of me, I am better to everybody around me. I'm more beneficial in their life. I serve a higher purpose, a better purpose. I enrich other people's lives more when I'm taking care of my own, when I enrich my own. And there's so many different ways of enrichment of our lives. Financial and otherwise. It's not just limited to one thing. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment, interact with me. Appreciate all y'all. Constitutional Stacker, keep stacking.